when I was setting up the little thing to put it on stories, I was like, yeah, maybe I should ask my followers if they want me to do a reading on Pope Francis. And I'm not Catholic, guys. I'm not Catholic. And, yeah, I'm not Catholic at all. There was no reason for me to think of him besides Easter. And it just popped up into my mind. But I was like, that's kind of tacky. I'm a psychic reader. I do witchcraft. And reading on the Pope on Easter, that seems really tacky. And I don't want any smoke from religious folks. I already have the liberals coming after my ass because they think that I love Trump or whatever. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, let me have some decorum there. And then this morning I see the news that he passed away. Yeah, and someone told me, they were just like, oh no, never ignore your impulses. And it's just like, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like people need to have some decorum, just have some decorum. I don't predict death at all. I don't really like talking about death in my readings because it's not really my place. So even if I probably would have seen it, I mean, he probably passed away like for real last night. And probably that's why I was like, oh, let me read on the Pope or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be one of those readers who just jumps on everything, and just take advantage of stuff. But because I got this feeling last night, it's like, no, maybe there's something to talk about here. So I'm doing it a day after I got the impulse. Hi, everybody who just joined. I know, but the timing's eerie to me, so it's a bit different, at least for me. Yeah, no, I mean, you also know me from like Discord days, K-pop or whatever. And I think I told you that story of how Jongin from SHINee, I dreamt about his death. I dreamt about his death for like a good week and a half before it happened. But I just didn't really understand the dream. I also dreamt of Onu's death as well, unfortunately. But that was a long time ago. So I do have that, and even Kobe Bryant. But it's just the way that the information is given to me. It can be kind of confusing. But I dreamt of that as well. Yeah. So I mean, I've dreamt of like, death or whatever before. It's just I don't really like to talk about it because sometimes it can feel a bit like really gross to me, sort of like psychic ambulance chasing a little bit. So I don't talk about everything that I dream about. And even when I talk to my guides about it, they're just like, no, keep this to yourself. Just keep it to yourself, because sometimes you can get into a mess when it comes to predicting things. So it's better to just do it that way. Okay. It's foreshadowing though, because that movie about the Papal Vote came out this year. Well, there are always going to be people who think that a lot of these things are timed. I don't know, but a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, but sometimes I think when something really big happens, the energy spike is so big that a lot of people catch on to it, and it just comes to them months, days, weeks, whatever ahead of time. I actually think that that's how remote viewing works, is that people are picking up on really huge energy spikes, and they get these strong events. So, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's what I was getting. Maybe the Pope was actually visiting me. I don't know. But it was really freaky. It's always really freaky when you're just thinking of someone and they pass away like relatively soon. That happened earlier. What's that man's name? The actor Gene Hackman. I was randomly thinking of him and then he passed. And I think his wife came to visit me. His wife. She's a Sagittarius. Yeah. She's a Sagittarius. Sometimes like I get this information in my cards when I do readings with my guides early in the morning. So. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yes. So I'm not Catholic, so I'm answering questions that people are asking. If I get some stuff wrong, sue me. You know, I'm not Catholic. I grew up Southern Baptist. I'm a psychic. I'm a witchy person. So like, I'm not Catholic. Okay. All right. So Pope Francis, I'm not going to read on him directly. It's a bit, in my opinion, it's a bit tacky to be reading on directly on someone who passed away. Let them transition, let them rest, all this stuff. But I will read around him, like the stuff that's going on around him. So Pope Francis. Let me just, I don't think that I'll be able to connect with him. I don't think so, but I'm just going to pay my respects, and just let him know that, you know, I'm not trying to dig around. I'm not trying to be malicious, or, you know, spiritual ambulance chasing or anything. Okay. Well, that answers that question. Eek, eek. There he goes. Actually, there he goes. I'm not. No, I'm not connected to him. I think I'm just getting information about him just in general. For the question that asked if there's going to be negative information coming about him, let me put that up here. Yes. Yes. And again, I already put it out there. I don't mean any disrespect. You know, bless the dead, all this stuff. Ask whatever questions you want, but I'm trying my best to be respectful because he just passed. But whatever information, I'm going to say it, but I will try my best to be respectful. But yes, he's here. He's here. He's here. Yeah, there's going to be negative information coming out about him. He wasn't well liked within the church, to be quite honest. There are... and again, no disrespect, sir, but there are people in the church who thought he was evil. There are people who thought that he was, yeah, they didn't like him. Not everybody, but a sizable amount of people. Like, it feels like there was a really big faction that was against him. It feels like, I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing at the question you just asked. But there are a sizable amount of people who didn't like him. They didn't like him. They really did not think that he was a man of God. And these people fought him all the way until his passing. However, what I'm getting from him, for the most part, so far, I'm actually getting pretty nice energy from him. Like, pretty nice energy. He was the man for the job, at that time. More or less, he was like a nice guy. More or less, I will say that, more or less, he actually was a nice guy. There were a lot of people who really just didn't like him. But he was like generally loving. This is him here. Very cute energy. He was generally loving. And his public moves, he thought that he was doing his best to spread love. Like, that was basically it. Information in his past, though, it actually is going to come out. There may be some people, and I don't know if it's been said already, but some people who are saying that he really loved praise. Flattery. Yeah, negative information is going to come out about him. It's going to come out about him. I see like quite a few women speaking. Quite a few women speaking. What it mostly is though is just this overall feeling that I'm getting from the church itself. The overall feeling from the church itself that I'm getting is that they just felt like he's led us astray. He's led us astray. And these people, they're trying to figure out a way to bring back these like values, Catholic values or whatever. They definitely feel like he's led them astray. Some people feel like he was quite earthly. And like that was part of the problem. Now, earthly, I'm not going to get into that because I'm trying to be respectful. But some people are saying that nope, he liked to be flattered. He liked for people to kiss his butt. And these are, I guess, his enemies, right? Who are saying this, the people who are against him. And they're also saying that he liked money. He liked material stuff as well. And they didn't like that either. Yeah. The jury's out. I mean, they all can't be perfect. So I'm asking in roundabout ways. Yeah, they're saying that he really loved money. Oh my gosh. I don't want any smoke with the Catholics. I really don't. Like, the political girlies are already trying to cancel my ass. I'm not trying to have any smoke with the Catholics, but they're just like, no, he really liked money. He enjoyed being in charge. I feel more like the negative information that's going to come out about him so far is looking more like very human stuff. Like, oh no, he wasn't a saint, blah, 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 whatever. And really emphasizing this money issue. I don't know if they're suggesting that there was some illegal stuff happening that he may have known about or he oversaw. I'm kind of getting that impression that that's what they're saying. Or if they're just saying, the guy really likes some Louis Vuitton. I don't know. And I'm also not going to dig too deeply because, again, I don't want the smoke. I don't. That's part of the reason why I didn't put that story up last night about doing a reading on him, because it's just like, look, Catholic Church, I don't want to smoke with them. I don't. It's a bunch of, they're talking about this money. There is some sort of money situation happening that's not completely on the up and up that's going to come out. I see a lot of women talking about it. Sir, Okay, so what I will say is I see a lot of women around this. I also see a lot of money being offered. I also see a lot of women talking about the money that they were offered. And also see this energy here. Now, if you have been watching my readings for some time, you should know what this means. So, and again, I mostly see women talking about this. So take that as you may. Let's move on. Let's move on. Again, will people believe these women? Buddy. Buddy. Sir. Here's the Pope here. Here he is. I love tarot. So he's Sagittarius. This is a Pope. I always call this figure the Pope. Always, always. People who've gotten readings from me, you all know that I call this the Pope here, okay? Here he is. Here's some relationships. Okay. Do they take a vow of chastity? Do they take a vow of poverty? Because, you know, I'm getting this impression that, you know, he had a life. He had a life. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. You know, God bless the dead. Let's see. Because he's coming out, so I guess I should just ask the questions. Is he relieved to have transitioned to the next life? He was ready to go. Look at all these women. Look at all these women. He was ready to go. He was ready to go. You know, I heard that in if any of you guys are remember in Living Color, Wanda, where she goes like, I'm ready to go. Like, that's how I heard it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. He was ready to go. He was ready to go. Oh, yeah. There's going to be talk. There's going to be, did he want to, well, he's not a king or anything. Did he want to abdicate his position? Because I also feel like other things that are going to be said about him is that he actually wanted to leave his position. Like, he didn't actually want to die as the Pope. He wanted to leave. But no, he was ready to go. Like, like literally and figuratively, he was kind of done. He was kind of done. And again here, ready to go. I'm done. Let's go. Let's go. And they're also saying that his cognition at the end wasn't the best. Didn't it say that he was in a coma for a little bit? So no, he was ready. He's more or less fine. Hold on for a second. Okay, so what else is here? Is it true that the Roman Catholic Church stole prophecy and religious texts from the Africans? Let's see. My guys have a lot to say about the Bible. That I don't know if it's appropriate to say it here. I've written about it before. About manipulation and how the Book of Revelations, it's a manifestation guide. It's a manifestation guide. Yikes. I think right now ooh, hold on for a second. Is this a candidate for the Pope here? Ooh. There's a candidate who's going to be is this person going to be pushed by others? Yes. Ew. There's a candidate that's going to be pushed by others who is not a good person. Sorry, he's not a good person. And they're very blunt with this. No, they're giving me more information. So here we go. There's going to be one candidate who's going to be heavily pushed, and this person is not a good person. This person who's going to be pushed, I think, has a sordid past. Sordid past. Whoever that person is. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And yes. So to answer the question, did the Roman Catholic Church steal prophecy and religious texts from Africans? Yes. For a very long time. I mean, but longer than people will realize it. longer than people realize it. But it feels like at the time it wasn't really malicious. It feels like someone was just studying, or they were like a student or whatever, and they just had like, it's like, oh, you know, this is a really good idea, and somehow it was added, right? So the answer to that is yes. And it feels more like, so the why, again, it doesn't feel malicious. It feels more like, this was the act of students, of people who just thought, no, this is a really good idea, this makes sense, whatever. And if we add it to the forming Bible, because also what I'm seeing is pages turning, and then like a finger going like this pointing on the book. It doesn't even, like, they didn't even see it as stealing. It's just like, no, this makes sense. This would help to guide people. This will teach people. Let's put this in here. They did that with many more religions, though. You like to hear more about your guys have to say about people manipulating the Bible and how that affected certain people. So do not flame me. My guys told me this maybe like 4 years ago, because I had a really good friend who was going back into Christianity, and she made the mistake of asking my opinion on it. And what I got from it is that, because I was also rereading the New Testament at that time, and my guys were saying that there's, you know, some good in it, but a lot of it has been manipulated. And they specifically were talking about the book of Revelations and saying that that's a manifestation play, or like a manifestation guide. And they were basically saying that, so I'm not going to get into I'm not going to get into all this stuff because that's not really the point of this live. But if I remember correctly, what they were telling me is that getting people to believe in that would help the manipulators to bring about the future that they wanted. And this dove into like some conspiracy stuff, like New World Order, like all that stuff. And my guys were telling me, I think I actually posted this on Instagram like 4 years ago. My guys were telling me that New World Order is not what people think it is. It's more of like an update to the system. So when that update happens, if that update happens, there are going to be new forms of religion to keep us within the system. So that's basically what they were saying. And they were also telling me about the Quran, how there's a lot of magic in the Quran. There's a lot of magic in the Quran. And for, no offense, but for magical practitioners who really want to use religion for that stuff, the Quran is a really good bet. So that's what they told me like four years ago. I'm pretty sure it was 4 years ago. And I wrote about it, and then I put it on Instagram a few times. So that means we can reverse it with yes. However, Christianity is like quite strong throughout the world. So more people believe in that particular part of the Bible. So it's almost like a foregone conclusion. And actually what they were telling me, it's almost like, cause now it's coming back to me. What they were showing me is like, again, I'm not a sports fan or anything, but what they were showing me was a playbook like for like football, and people study this. So then they make this play often to where people know exactly what the play is. So they fall into line with the play. That's kind of how they were showing me that information 4 years ago. Okay. So yes. So the answer to did they steal prophecy religious texts from Africans? Yes, but At the time that it was done, it wasn't seen as stealing. It was seen as like, we're students of the world. We're students. And it's also not just African religions. I heard Hindu as well. But again, what they're saying is that these were students or like religious scholars who went out to different parts of the world and they brought information back. So at that time, it wasn't something that was malicious. It wasn't malicious. It was meant to teach people. Okay. So first, I'm going to ask this one because there's a name attached to it. How likely will Arinze succeed Pope Francis? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Arinze? I'm getting nervous. Francis. Guys, why is this card coming up so freaking often? Why is this coming up so often when I'm asking about these people, guys? Why is this coming up? How likely is he going to succeed Pope Francis? Highly unlikely right now. There's the energy that's happening right now with, I guess, the business of the Catholic Church is not the best right now. There's just a lot of fighting, a lot of flattery, a lot of sneaky deals being made. This guy, Francis, he actually has really nice energy. He has really nice energy. But, you know, the likelihood of him succeeding, it's pretty dire right now. It feels like whoever this person is who's going to, because the person that I was shown earlier, that King of Cups person, I feel like that person is going to be put forth and they're not a good person. They're not a good person. Whoever that guy is, hopefully he comes back later on in the reading so I can read on that person. But this is not a bad person. It's actually a very dirty fight. It's very dirty. For Arinze, Francis Arinze, beautiful energy. Gorgeous energy. Very, very beautiful energy. There actually, I mean, there's a possibility for it to happen, but the energy of the competition or the fight for the position, it needs to lighten up like big time. He has beautiful energy. Okay, what are you guys saying? There's a lot of sex okay. My gosh. Pope Francis, like, people were fighting him. Like I said earlier, they were fighting him up into his last breath. It's actually quite sad. I do feel like he wanted to step down at some point. So there could be like some unofficial biography about him where they talk about it. But he's saying that he wanted to leave so many times, but he was just trapped by his position. Yeah, he was just trapped by his position. He wanted to leave. Arinze. Arinze is a little bit sneaky. Yeah. He has good energy, Arinze. Unfortunately, it doesn't really match the church. They're saying that he's quite fair-minded. I'm not sure how successful he's going to be in succeeding, but he's quite fair-minded. He actually shares a lot of energy with Francis, Pope Francis, the last one. He shares quite a lot. He has really great energy. Like it's really nice. It's really beautiful energy. Not perfect. He's not perfect. But you know, he's human. But it's beautiful energy. And he's fair. He's someone who wants to hear all sides before he makes a decision or makes a statement. He's fair-minded. Okay. Okay, what else is here? Did Pope Francis always want to be the Pope? Let's see. Oh, there's a woman in his life that he seriously loved. No, he didn't always want to be the Pope. He didn't always want to be a religious figure at all. There's a woman that he like really loved. Wow. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Wow. No, he wanted a regular life. I wonder if he wasn't able to marry. I feel like he's largely into women. I wonder if he wasn't able to marry the person that he wanted to be with. Excuse me, because what he's showing me, I mean, he's showing me all this relationship energy. He's showing me that there's definitely someone in his life that he wanted to be with. He would have preferred spending more time in relationship than like, you know, his duties as Pope or even as a religious figure. And even here, like I don't, so when I asked that question, what I heard is that he actually didn't always want to be in religion, period. It was a huge conflict for him. He wanted to be in love, actually. He wished that he spent more time in love. Yeah. I'm asking him if I got there right. He's just like, yeah, no, I prefer that. I prefer that. I don't know, buddy. I don't think you were missing that much. Like, I really don't. Well, you know, I don't know. Let me stop. No, so the answer is no. I had an idea based on, so the answer is no. He didn't always want to be a pope. He didn't always want to be a religious figure. I think he just wanted like a regular human existence. Oh, that's sad. Okay. How did Pope Francis feel when J.D. Vance went to visit him? Oh, look at him. J.D. Vance, he's a Libra? No, he's a Libra moon. What is his sun rising or his sun sign? Interesting. Aha. Interesting. Let me ask JD Vance. Let me look him up. Eyeliner. Wow. Okay. Wow. JD Vance is a Catholic, right? Wow. JD Vance is sick and tired of y'all asses talking about him. Look, he's just like, man, these people are still on my damn neck. They're still on my neck. This is him. He usually shows up as his moon sign, which is Libra. I always remember that because I'm just like, oh, yeah, he's just like, why don't these people leave me the F alone? Why don't they leave me alone? So, because I saw a really interesting energy around this meeting, but this actually feels like JD Vance's energy right now. He's sick and tired of y'all. He is sick and tired of y'all. He's just like, leave me the F alone. Like, I can't do anything without these people making fun of me. But, I mean, the energy between he and the Pope is actually quite nice. So this is how JD Vance felt about the Pope. He wishes that they were able to spend more time together. Like he feels like a serious Catholic to me. I'm pretty sure is he a Catholic? Well, whatever. He feels like an actual Christian to me. Political girlies, keep your fucking comments to yourself, okay? Sorry for the F-bomb in this video. But he wishes that they spent more time together. And I think the Pope said something negative about Trump or about him, about the immigration thing. Like, that actually weighed a lot on his heart, actually. It did weigh a lot on him. And the Pope, for JD Vance, is actually quite positive. It's actually quite positive. I mean, there's this energy here where it feels like he probably would have been positive with most people that he saw, because he wasn't, like fully cognizant. But it feels like, no, it feels more or less positive. Yeah, it feels positive. I mean, I know the joke is, oh, he didn't like the evil that he saw in JD Vance, but it actually looks like they had a pretty productive meeting. It's just that JD Vance wished that he could spend more time. Is he Catholic? Or is he a Protestant, like a born-again Protestant or something? What is he? Oh yeah, he's Catholic. Okay, that makes sense then. Because the feeling that I'm getting from JD Vance is it's almost like he, like, let me double check. Okay, so what oh yeah, he's actually quite distraught about the Pope. He's a serious Catholic. What the impression that I'm getting from JD Vance is not that he wanted like forgiveness, but it's almost like he wanted to be blessed, or he wanted to feel like we're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing. So I like, it's not really a confession. Are you saying confession? No, it's not a confession. It's more like I don't know how to explain this because I'm not Catholic, but it's more like he wanted his benevolence. I think that's the word, benevolence. Yes, they're just like, yeah, that's the word. He wanted the Pope's benevolence. Like he doesn't feel like what they're doing, and this is with immigration because it showed up, what they're doing with immigration, he doesn't feel like it's the wrong thing, but it also bothered him that the Pope disapproved. So he wanted, it's not forgiveness, but he wanted benevolence, or like some sort of blessing or something like that. And he wished that they could spend more time to talk about it so that he could say like, no, these are our views. Like, this is what we're doing. That, like, it's actually charitable what we're doing. Like, it feels like that's kind of what I'm getting from him. He really respected the Pope, and it actually feels like he's quite distraught about the death. And he's also sort of like questioning himself. I pick up on JD Vance really, appointment. I pick up on JD Vance really well for some odd reason, but it's almost like he doesn't feel responsible for the Pope's death, but because he like respects him so much and he's deeply Catholic, it's actually weighing on him. Like it actually feels bad to him, where he's just like, guys, like, please stop, you know? He's very sensitive. He's I picked up on that from the beginning. He wants people to like him. He wants them to like him. Yeah, he wants to be liked. He's similar to Elon Musk in that way. Yeah, but it's like they're telling me benevolence is the right word, but it's like approval. Like what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is the Pope like sitting there and like smiling and tilting his head. It's almost like that's what he wanted from the Pope. Is to have a conversation, but to also get this approval of this understanding and be like, no, like we're not trying to hurt people, we're trying to help people. Like he wanted understanding. They can like each other. Lord. Excuse me. Sorry. That caught me off guard. Yeah, he's a people pleaser. He's a people pleaser. He's still having a hard time with Trump. Absolution. It's not exactly that, because JD Vance doesn't feel like they're doing anything wrong. It just hurts him that the Pope said negative things about their administration. Approbation? Y'all coming up with the SAT words. Excuse me. Yeah, so it looks like the visit was fine. They liked each other. JD Vance wanted to spend more time with the Pope. He wanted to defend his position a little bit. It feels like trying to get approval from your dad or something. Excuse me. Yeah, he's trying to get his approval and to feel like, no, we're actually doing the right thing. I just need to explain it to you. Okay, so what will the new Pope be like? Will he be as humanistic as Pope Francis? Hear me out, Pope, hear me out. Can we lock in on, well, will the new Pope be chosen this year? Oh, here's Francis. He's basically saying like, ooh. Oof. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, more information about, children in the church is definitely going to come out. Pope Francis is showing me that. He shows up here. Here's the children. There's the PTSD. There's the fear. We already know this. And it happens in all religions, the spiritual community. I was even talking to a friend about this, how like people who aren't religious, but they're more spiritual, they kind of are on their high horse about Christianity, Catholicism, and it's just like, nope, happens in our community as well. Quite often, actually. So yeah, there's going to be some information here where people are going to be questioning, well, did he know about this particular person? So this is going to come out. It's going to be discussed. I don't know how popular this discussion is going to be, but there's going to be some questions here about how much he knew at a certain time, But I mean, despite that, he's trying to send off this message of love as well and connection. Because it feels like what he's kind of saying. Let me make sure. Yeah. Here's this guy that I'm seeing. This new guy that I'm seeing here, who's coming out here. Here's this guy I'm seeing. Feel like this guy may win. Whoever this person is, well, I'm just like, this guy is pretty iffy. This person may win. Interesting. He's Francis's energy, so I don't think that I'm actually like connected to him. I don't really feel it, but I am getting some residual information from him. He's saying something about patriarchy as well. And I double checked to make sure, like, am I actually getting that, or am I just, being biased or whatever? So this is patriarchy here, and this is like kind of run amok. And then I ask him again, like, are you saying something about patriarchy? He's like, yes, I actually am. And this, even from him, this is advice coming from him about women becoming more grounded and actually trusting each other. I also feel like he may be interested in like more, well, on the other side, and women having a more prominent role in the Catholic Church as well. So he may be working on that. Once he's settled on the other side, there's that. So let's see, what will the new Pope be like? It's King of Cups energy, because again, they're showing me Queen of Cups. It's the same person. Let me reshuffle these cards. I'm not sure how much I'm liking this person. Let me reshuffle. Let me see what fell out of there. Let's see if the same thing comes up. Jeez. I'm asking if the new Pope will be chosen in 2025. This looks like a drag out fight, guys. I don't know about this new Pope. I don't know about this new Pope. I really don't know about this person. I wonder if they're like a Pisces or something. It almost feels like they're kind of saying that this potential new Pope is not going to be the right choice for the church. What will the new Pope be like? Well, will this person be chosen? Yeah, it could be closer to 2026. Guys, I don't know about this new Pope, man. This energy that I'm getting from, like, it actually feels like this new person, they're hungry for the position. They wanted to be in the position. It's also possible that this is someone who was considered for it a while ago, like before when Francis was chosen. There's something off about this person, to be quite honest. There's something off about them. It feels like it may be a mistake. I mean, we can read on it, once the person is chosen, but it feels like it may be a mistake. Like, this person is really aggressive, they're competitive, and I'm just getting the impression that the better Pope is sort of like the once and future king. The better Pope is someone who doesn't actually want the job, compared to someone who will cut down anyone to get there. Like, that's what I'm getting from this new person. That's what I'm getting from this new person. For the new person. Yeah, I think the person is going to be a bit older. I don't know. I don't really like that energy. But let me ask the other question. Will the new Pope be as humanistic as Pope Francis? Guys, what is this? What is this? What is that? What is that? I don't think they choose the best person. So far, it could change because we're still kind of, you know, relatively, well, actually no, we're not new within the year, but I'm not liking the energy of this new person. I'm not feeling it. Excuse me. Yeah, so far I'm not really feeling it. Yeah, not really feeling it. Sorry, guys. There's something underhanded about how this person gets there. And it looks like it may not be the best choice for the church. But I guess that depends on, you know, how you describe the church. Can we pray away the... Okay, as we see a rise in conservatism, how will this affect or coincide with a rise in occultism? Will there be violence or acceptance? Huh? Wait, what? Rise in conservatism. Will the rise in conservatism affect occultism? No, it doesn't really feel like it. Oh, this is white women here. This is white ladies here. No, it doesn't really feel like it. It's actually not a rise in conservatism per se. This is a rise in religion here. Religion is going, like, it is on the rise actually, but it doesn't really feel like it has too much of an effect on occultism. And for some religious people, they're not that happy about it, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Human beings are very magical, and the occultism is not really going to go away. So there's a rise in religion that's happening. It doesn't really have too much of an effect on occultism. And I'm seeing here, these are white women getting more and more into occultism. More of it. I feel like, do you have anything else to say about that before? Anything else to say about that? Yeah, more people are going to be like going on spiritual journeys. They're going to be trying out new things. Let me show this to you. They will be trying out new things. The issue that I'm seeing here though with this occultism is that, like, people are going to be trying new things, but it feels more like they're trying it for relationships. Like, it doesn't, from what Spirit is telling me, it doesn't really feel like, you know, the occultism is rising because people want to guide themselves spiritually. It feels more like they want things out of it rather than going on this journey. And they're just like, yeah, so people are getting into the occult. More people are doing it. They're mostly doing it for love. They're mostly doing it to gain things rather than listening to their guides. So it doesn't feel like the needle moves that much, to be honest, in either direction. They're saying like it's because people want love. That's really what they want, and that's the purpose of them getting into it, rather than like actually like growing spiritually. Accurate. Excuse me. Also, they're showing me men getting more into this as well, like men becoming more interested. Yeah, so I have different cards for like different races or ethnicities of people. They're showing me like more like liberal guys getting into it. getting more into it. Whereas the conservative men, they're just like, no, we're worried about our money. Like, please. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, they're mostly talking about white people here. Because it feels like the religious question, like it feels more like, I mean, I hate to divide it this way, but it feels more like race-based sometimes, what they're showing me. So, okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, then please head over to www.tarottbymoko.com/links in the description box below. This page was created to help you find your desired reading faster. They are separated by concern, so there's love and romance, career matters, psychic forecast, and spiritual and personal development. And if you have many concerns at once, then please feel free to book a live 30-minute or 1-hour reading via phone, video, or in person if we are located in the same city. You will also be able to find a link to my Etsy store that has a limited range of readings, as well as my blog and YouTube page. And for YouTube viewers, if you would like to offer a small tip, then you have that option as well. When you are ready to book a reading, then click on the desired icon and read through the description to make sure that it fits your concern. I return readings within 7 business days, but if your concern is urgent, then I have express options that allow you to choose how quickly you want your reading to be done. If you want to book a 30-minute or 1-hour reading for the next day, then please email me ahead of time. And if you have any questions, then don't hesitate to email me. If you would like to know more information about my style and why I read the way I do, then go to the homepage where you will find a quick description about me and an option to learn more. And if you scroll further down, you will be able to sign up for my monthly newsletter. With this newsletter, you will receive 10% off your first reading, as well as monthly general predictions and shop updates, which can include discounts for new spreads and early access to my yearly readings 1 month ahead of time. And even further down, you will find testimonials from all of the clients who are happy with me. All right, lovelies, thank you so much for watching this video. Let's work together soon.